Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Beard and Boarded. My name is Travis Tackett, and today we're here to talk about the books I picked up this week, and I'm going to tell you whether or not you should pick them up yourself. The first book I want to talk about today is Batman number 18, I Am Bane. And this book starts off with Batman and Bane squaring off, looking pretty badass, and basically Bane is looking for a character called Psycho Pirate who has the ability to make you feel however he wants you to feel. So if he says feel good, you feel good. If he says you're strong, you feel strong. And he wants him to say that he doesn't need Venom, the drug that he's been using for most of the character's career. At the same time, Batman needs Psycho Pirate to reverse the effects that Psycho Pirate had on Gotham Girl, a character that was introduced in the beginning of this Batman run, because basically Psycho Pirate has made her she's not sure of herself anymore for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but basically he's trying to get Psycho Pirate to reverse those effects. Yeah, this book is really fun. The art is badass. Bane's design is, how you want Bane to look. He looks like a big buff luchador dude, I'd probably give this book 4 out of 5 bearded Batmen. Next, we have an Amazing Spider-Man event, Clone Conspiracy Omega #1, which is basically the cleanup and wrap-up after the Clone Conspiracy event that just happened. Spider-Man is talking to Kane and Spider-Gwen. He tells Spider-Gwen, you know what, you can just go back to your world. I'm sure people need you there. Basically, thank you for your help. And then he tells Kane, yeah, I think that everything's good, Ben Reilly is gone. Kane isn't so sure about that, so he decides he's going to stay on 616 Earth and look for Ben Reilly. Meanwhile, the Rhino is still mourning the loss of his wife, the second loss of his wife, and decides to go on a rampage, and Spider-Man kind of talks him down. The art in this book is really great. It's just as good as ever. It's serviceable for sure. The Rhino looks really badass, and I like the interaction between Spider-Man and Rhino. The story in this book is cool. It also has a couple of short stories at the end that are wrapping up with a couple other characters and leading into some other stories that are coming up. Overall, I really liked this issue, and I'd probably have to give this one 4 out of 5 Spider Beards. The next book that I want to talk about today is Green Lanterns number 18. Now, this book normally features Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz, but this issue features Volthoom, the original Lantern, and it kind of gives his origin story, and at the same time, he's talking to Necron, the Black Lantern of Death, and he's basically asking him if he could end his life because he's been around for over 10 billion years or something like that. So he's been around a long time and he's ready for it to be over. Yeah, I really enjoyed the art in this book, and the story looks like it's going to be cool. I wish we could have seen a little more Green Lantern action, but yeah, it was a fun book. I really liked the art, and yeah, I definitely say you should pick it up if you're interested in the Green Lanterns. I'd probably have to give this one 4 out of 5 goateed John Stewarts. Next, we have Star Wars number 29, and I haven't really been digging this storyline that's happening. Yoda has been bossed around by this tribe of little kids who want him to find the heart of this mountain because there's some sort of force-sensitive material there. He goes and finds this force-sensitive material, and it turns out that it's some sort of giant rock monster who becomes a mountain when he's hiding or something like that. That's basically it, but from there it cuts into Luke Skywalker in the future going to that same planet, and I'm interested to see what happens from there, but all the Yoda stuff that's been going on has been kind of boring me. So yeah, this book was a little better than the last one. I'd probably give it 2 bearded Yodas out of 5. Next, we have Superman number 18, and it looks like we're going to find out a little bit more about what's going on with this mystery Clark Kent, this Mr. Oz character, and his whole mystery prison that he has Tim Drake Robin, Doomsday, and whatever that other character's name is that's stuck in that prison. At the same time, the mystery Clark Kent has shown up to Superman, Lois Lane, and John's house, and something weird starts happening to the house. I'm really excited about this story. I'm really excited to see what's happening with these characters. If you like Superman, I definitely say you pick it up. If you want to know what's going on in the rebirth stuff with the Watchmen, I think this might be a book you want to pick up too, for sure. I'd probably have to give this one 5 out of 5 bearded Supermen. Next, we have Marvel Monsters Unleashed number 4. Now, originally I was having a hard time with this book, but after the last issue that came out, it kind of explained what was happening a little better, and it gave a reason to the monsters dropping from the sky and attacking, and kind of explained how this kid is teleporting the monsters to and fro around the planet and making them, protect the world. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. The art is really cool. As you can see, the monster design is really awesome, and the heroes fighting with the monster is really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where the end of this story goes, and I'd suggest you pick it up if you're into like giant monster movies, if you like Godzilla movies. Yeah, this might be up your alley. I'd probably give this one 4 out of 5 beards. Next, we have Paper Girls number 12, and this book features all female protagonists all around the age of 13, and it's really interesting because they kind of throw them into a crazy situation where they're dealing with time travel, interdimensional travel, doppelgangers, a lot of cool science fiction stuff, and it has this really cool 80s vibe because it's, 4 young children riding their bikes, trying to deal with an adventure. If you like old school 80s movies or you like Stranger Things, this is a book I definitely suggest you pick up if you're looking for something that's not superheroes and it's a little more science fiction. The art in this book is really great. I definitely suggest you pick it up, and I'd give this one 5 out of 5 rat-bearded monsters. Next, we have The Walking Dead number 165, and as you can see, zombies are dropping into the ocean off a hill. Yeah, Eugene has come up with a plan to basically corral all the zombies and herd them into the direction of this hill and have them drop to their demise. And it looks like it's working pretty good, but some of them start to trail off. So Eugene tries to re-corral them over. Meanwhile, he kind of falls off his horse, and Andrea has to go and try and save him. Yeah, this book has been really cool. A lot of exciting moments, a lot of cool zombie moments. Negan and Rick are still held up in that house, and they decide to try and clear some of the zombies out. And Negan is making pretty funny comments while he's destroying the zombies, talking about how, yeah, these things are still trying to bite you. Nobody gets bit by these things nowadays. Meanwhile, he's almost getting bit, and Rick saves him. So, Negan basically sees that as, hey, we're becoming best friends. So, yeah, if you like The Walking Dead, you're going to be surprised to see what's happening in the comic book if you're a TV Walking Dead guy. So, yeah, Negan and Rick are best buds, according to Negan. So, yeah, I'd probably give this one 4 out of 5 bearded Ricks. Well, that's the end of this week's episode of Beard and Boarded, but it doesn't have to be the end of this week's conversation. If you want to talk about any of the books I read this week, go ahead and look in the comments section below and leave me a comment. Also, if you want to purchase any of the books I read this week, go ahead and look in the description, and I've left links to where you could purchase them. And please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right now I have 58 subscribers, and I reached my goal of 50 last month, and I have a goal of 100 this month that I'd really appreciate it if you help me hit. Yeah, and I have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook, and a Snapchat, and if you want to follow me on any of these social medias, I'll be social mediating with all of you guys. Well, I'll talk to you guys next week. Beard and